Mr. Speaker, in November, the Prime Minister promised that he'd have a plan for saving jobs in Oshawa. Instead of saving jobs, we have seen more job losses announced in the automotive sector, this time in Windsor. The Prime Minister pretended to stand up for jobs at SNC-Lavalin to the point of political interference in a criminal trial. Those jobs weren't even at risk. Meanwhile, we stand to lose 15,000 plus jobs in Durham Region, and Windsor stands to lose over 1,500 jobs. Mr. Speaker, instead of just acting, why can't this Prime Minister act when there's a real crisis?
Hear, hear.
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Innovation.
Mr. Speaker, our government has always been committed to promoting and supporting the automotive sector and their families. We've invested millions in this sector, and we've created tens of thousands of jobs since we came to power. Some examples: 110,000 million to Cambridge. We've supported Guelph, and Hyundai installations also have been invested in. We're continuing to invest in the automotive sector so we can ensure we build the cars of the future.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Communities like those in my city of Brampton are in need to adapt to the effect of climate change. Reducing the impact of natural disaster is critical in keeping Canadians safe, supporting the strong economy and the middle class. Can the Minister update the House on what the government is doing to build climate resilience in the cities like Brampton? Thank you.
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the member for his question. Our government is committed to helping communities build the infrastructure they need for this century and help them better withstand climate change. That's why we're investing $2 billion over 10 years through the Disaster Mitigation and Adaptation Fund. Our government was in Brampton last week to announce that we're investing over $22 million towards an erosion protection project that will protect the homes and businesses of residents in the entire region. This is a vitally important work, Mr. Speaker, and we look forward to continuing that partnership across Canada. Thank you very much.
Honourable Member for Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes, Brock.
Speaker, SNC-Lavalin, Arctic Surf Clam and No Show in Vietnam, India Trip Sideshow, fundraising from the PMO, and Trans Mountain, no-go. Secret fundraisers with Chinese billionaires, terrorists being millionaires, and Panama paper fundraising shares. Forgotten mansions, ethics sanctions, more no Chappelle stock sale, and veterans asking for too much, fail. Phoenix Pay, Island Vacay, investment flying far away, cash for access soiree, balanced budget, no way. Speaker, why do Canadians always have to pay?
Honourable Government House Leader.
I have to say that's probably the most support of the arts I've ever seen from a Conservative, so I think that is pretty impressive to see them coming along. And I know that member is concerned for his constituents, and I know that he's concerned about future generation, and he forgot to say the word environment, but I know it's on his mind, and I know he challenges the leader of the official opposition every day to come out with a climate plan. But I've got good news for his constituents. We are going to make sure that transitioning to a cleaner, greener economy is more affordable, and that's why constituents in his riding, constituents all across Ontario will be able to receive $307 for a family of 4, which will be more than possible so that we can have a better economy.
The other member for Regina, Louvain.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday the Speaker ruled that he cannot enforce the Parliament of Canada Act rules for caucus expulsions, which are also not subject to judicial review. If neither the courts nor the Speaker uphold the law, party leaders are free to ignore it. A possible solution would be to empower an independent Attorney General separate from the Justice Minister to enforce the Parliament of Canada Act. Does the government agree?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
I want to thank the member for that thoughtful question. I just want to make sure that he knows that at our first caucus meeting, the caucus chair wrote the Speaker to inform you of the will of our caucus on these measures. And in regards to the role of the Attorney General, we know that Canadians expect and deserve to have faith in their institutions and the people who serve them. And that's exactly why when the Prime Minister observed the testimony that took place at the Justice Committee, he brought forward the Honourable Anne McClellan so that she could actually look into this matter and provide advice and guidance to the government. This information will also be available for future government when it comes to the dual role of the Minister of Justice as well as the Attorney General of Canada. I can assure him that we're taking it very seriously.
The Honourable Deputy.